Hello, I'm Greg Harrison with USDA Market News Service here in St. Joe, Missouri with your National Feeder Cattle Summary this week. Before we get started on the markets, we have a survey that we have included on our video this week, and we would appreciate your input and your comments and tell us how we can better serve your needs and how we can meet our customer needs, and appreciate if you take a few minutes to take part in doing this survey. Now, looking at the National Feeder Cattle Summary this week, compared to last week, calves traded mostly steady to $5 lower. Yearling cattle traded early in the week steady to $5 lower, then from midweek on trading mostly $3 to $8 lower. Purchasing of calves and stocker cattle still remains very good, as cattle growers want to turn out a stocker that will weigh over 800 pounds come the end of summer, and a lot of these good 5-weight steers and 6-weight steers are still selling very good this week. A lot of cases, a lot of these 6-weights this week in a lot of markets were pretty much steady, and so were the 5-weights. But as pressure this week came into the cattle futures, there was a number of markets where they were trading up to $5 lower. But the demand remains very good on these 5-weight and 6-weight steers. Last Friday's cattle on feed report was a little on the bearish side, as estimates were all a little higher than trade estimates. Placements were up 10%, as trade estimates were pretty much at 9%. And cattle futures responded on Friday, and then for the next 5 straight sessions, pretty much with sharp losses. Also this week, box beef values had sharp losses as well, losing from week to week about $10 on choice. And then on Thursday, fat cattle trade in live sales in Kansas, mostly $3 lower at live cattle sales in Kansas and Texas in the Southern Plains, mostly $3 lower at 136, and dress sales in Nebraska were about $5 lower at 218. All this put a little pressure on the feeder cattle this week, and there's no doubt that feeder cattle prices were getting a little top heavy and were vulnerable, as were the futures, for a tumble when the strong enough push came along. Choice box beef, after a nice rally, had some downside this week. Choice on Thursday closed $1.34 lower at $224.84, and compared to last Thursday's close, it was $234.64. So about a $10 drop from Thursday to Thursday. Looking at cold storage report came out on Tuesday of this week, and it showed total pounds of beef down 5% from last month at 490.6 million pounds, and total red meat supplies in freezers were down 3% from last month. And if there is a positive to this, hopefully it appears that the most bearish beef stocks supply could be behind us at this point, hopefully anyway. And looking at some regional weighted averages this week, in the north central region, 600 to 700 pound steers trading mostly steady with last week at 182.13. 7-weight steers about $2 lower at 165.16. 8-weight steers running about $3 lower at 154.93. In the south central regions, 5-weight steers running about $5 lower at 192.95. 6-weights about $3 lower at 175.62. 7-weights about $4 lower at 158.24. 8-weight steers running $3 lower at 148.53. Southeast regions, 4-weight steers running $1 lower at 196.53, and 5-weights running about steady at 181.41. Again, please take a few minutes to take our survey, for your input is valued. Thank you for listening. Be back with you next week.